What's going on YouTube? It's Giga here, bringing you some more Series 9 Wi-Fi battles with live commentary. Today, while looking for a team, I saw Nekkra's recent video about Double Horse, and I was like, you know what? I want to play Double Horse. And then I found this great team that is not only Double Horse, it is Triple Horse, with Glastrier, Spectrier, and the Rapidash. So this team was built by Nagi-Chan, who made it all the way to top 8 in the most recent Hatterene tournament, and I'm really excited to play this team for a lot of reasons. So first of all, there is that physical Regieleki. I think that physical Regieleki saw a pretty high rise in popularity, primarily due to Cybertron in the video where he went against it, and then it fell out of favor. So I'm excited to see that again, primarily because of the fact that its speed control is a result of raising speed rather than lowering, and I think that can sometimes cause issues with things like Defiant Thunderous or or Metagross that can't have its stats lowered. You also do have Spectrier, which I thought was really interesting because of the fact that it is very supportive with Taunt, Protect, and Snarl, and Shadow Ball is its really only offensive move. Other than that, you do have a really standard Tapu Fini and Glastrier. Ensign I also thought was really cool just due to the fact that it is very offensive. It's adamant nature with a lot of speed, and so I'm interested to see kind of how that plays out. And finally, there is Rapidash, which I think provides a really nice rounding out to the team. Mystical Fire and Charm can really do some work at reducing my opponent's damage output, and the fact that it's so fast means that you can really get those off before you're going to take most hits. And finally, having access to Heal Pulse and Ally Switch, I think, is going to be really important as ways to provide longevity to the team over time. So the rental code is included. I'll make sure to include the PokePaste in the description, and hopefully we can get some good games. So with that being said, let's just hop into game number 1. All right, game number 1, and it is Raichu with Landorus, Incineroar, Tapu Fini, Celesteela, and Rillaboom. I think Incineroar is going to be really crucial here. I think the fact that it provides fake out pressure into things like Landorus, it can break the sash on Raichu, deal with Celesteela and Rillaboom, makes it pretty hard to avoid. Similarly, Regieleki, I think with Bounce and Extreme Speed, can really do a lot, but it is going to be a little bit tricky to position just because of Raichu and Landorus. So I do like Tapu Fini a lot. I kind of like Incin Fini, right? Because my thought is Tapu Fini can really hopefully can start getting Calm Mind boosts, and we do have Incin to help provide some support for that. Regieleki is... Do I need Regieleki? Not really. I want Rapidash and Glastrier. I think we're going to go Double Horse with the idea that Glastrier, I think as a Dynamax option, can really provide some much needed bulk, and then we do have Rapidash to weaken our opponents and really set up for that. So I think this is going to be more of a late game Dynamax, but taking advantage of the fact that my opponent is very physical, so hopefully that'll let us get set up. So we are going to see a Raichu Celesteela. And immediately my thought is, okay, I got to switch out Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini is going to be faster than... Okay, so this is actually tricky because of the fact that Raichu also has Nuzzle, and Raichu's Nuzzle is faster than my Nuzzle. And Raichu's Fake Out is faster than my Fake Out. I'm going to Parting Shot the Celesteela, hoping that I'm faster, and go for a Protect on Tapu Fini, which... no max, so something tells me they're going to... What? We are going to see the Fake Out come into Incin. That's actually really bad, because this is interesting. It is physical Celesteela. So Rock Slide, as a result, is not going to do that much. And we are faster than them. So I actually really still like going for the Parting Shot as well as Scald on the Raichu. I'm going to go for Calm Mind, because I think if I get the... Okay, so they're going to max Celesteela, and that's... I mean, they could max the Raichu. That would actually be kind of scary. Yep, we are going to see that. And so what I'm thinking is because of the fact that we saw physical, we can pretty easily just like pop out and pivot and then use Charm with Rapidash to reduce the damage output. We are going to see Volt Switch to trigger a weakness policy, which actually did a lot more than I thought it would. So the Celesteela is currently at +1, as they do get a free switch out from Raichu into something else. And so let's see what that something else is. I think the biggest fear is Landorus, just because that's going to be too much offensive pressure. And okay, so it is the Landorus. We are going to get the Scald off with with Tapu Fini. So I'm hoping that does some big damage. But obviously they do have access. Oh, we don't have the big damage. We are going for a Calm Mind. But okay, so we are going to be able to pop right out, pop to the top, and bring out. I want to bring out Rapidash. I'm going to bring out Rapidash. I am really afraid of it taking a ton of damage as our frame rate goes to 0. We are going to see the Max Quake onto Rapidash, 172 down to... Okay, so Rapidash lives, which I think is really great. But it does mean that they are starting to just like really boost their special defense. I want to swap back to Incin. And we know they have Raichu, we know they have Celesteela, and we know that they have Landorus. I could max Geyser. This is a really risky play because I'm reducing my main source of damage really onto that Celesteela, but what I'm thinking is because of the fact that they have one turn of max left. Do they have one turn of max left or do they have 2? They went for... Oh yeah, okay, so they have 2 turns of max left. And what I'm hoping is just like by cycling all of these Intimidates, we can set up for Rapidash in the late game. We know that Rapidash is faster than what they have on the field. So that means that we can probably... What can we probably do? We can probably... super smart. That was an incredibly good play by them because now they can freely go for a Rockfall and I'm not going to change the terrain. They're going to go for a Quake, which I think is really smart here. Fini is going to luckily tank that really, really well. And I think as a result, we can still go for a Geyser onto their Landorus the subsequent turn and go for another Parting Shot. So we can Parting Shot into the Celesteela. They have to obviously land. It is a little bit tricky that they are going to be at +2. We are going to see the fly into the Incin, which critical hit. A really tricky crit to deal with. We do see that they are Life Orb. I'm hoping that this will pick up the knockout because they're not Assault Vest. As we do see, yep, okay, so we do get the knockout, and I think that that's really good because of the fact that now, we do have Horse, we do have Rapidash, and I think just because of the fact that we are going to have their max end, yeah, Celesteela luckily has no damage output currently, and so we can use Rapidash, I think, really to kind of put a lot of pressure onto them with that, because now we have access to things like Charm, Mystical Fire, as well as Heal Pulse. So I'm hoping it's not Raichu. Raichu is actually a really scary thing. Okay, it is Raichu. I think I have to switch out Horse here because I can't afford... I mean, we have Berry. We have the Berry. I'm going to go for a Heal Pulse onto... Oh, Heal Pulse does not... I could... No, Ally Switch is lower priority. I'm going to switch out into Glastrier. And I'm going to go for... I want to get rid of the weather, so I'm going to Geyser into the Raichu and hope. Oh no, because it could be Sash. I should have actually gone first. No, I don't want it to have the special defense boost. I want to just stop the... Oh, it's Eerie Impulse Raichu. That makes a ton of sense. But what I'm hoping... Okay, so now what I'm actually hoping for is if they flash or heavy slam into... God, that did nothing because of the -2. If they heavy slam into Glastrier and trigger a policy, we are going to see Iron Head. Iron Head at this... God, how is that doing so much? Yeah, we are going to see Glastrier get the weakness policy boost, but that did so much damage. This is hard. I feel like they're gonna double up into... I feel like they have to double up into Glastrier. So I'm going to attempt to Scald the Raichu as a result. Because I think... I don't know, because now I'm playing this game of crits, where it's like, oh, will you crit me first or will I crit you? But I'm hoping that using Charm, we can get Celesteela pretty much off the field and let Tapu Fini recover freely. That... Yeah, that is going to be most likely enough for Raichu to be able to pick up the knockout with, what's it called? With, or not Raichu. That's going to let them pick up the knockout with Iron Head. That's the word that I want to hear. And so that's a little bit tricky. We are going to get the Scald off, but we can't burn as a result of the terrain, which is tricky now because of the fact that they can start going for accuracy drops. They are going to Rock Slide, which I think was interesting to risk because they aren't stab at this point, and they're going for they're going for a flinch. That's really tricky. I think we switch out to Rapidash at this point and go for a Calm Mind. And now what I'm thinking is we can use Rapidash to start weakening them as we go for damage. I think this actually, oh no, what I should have done is swapped out Tapu Fini for Horse and then protected Glastrier to heal Glastrier up. Because now I sacrifice my weakness policy boost, but we are faster than them, so that's actually really good to know because we can start weakening them while we pick up boosts on us. And then we do see the Iron Head. Because of the berry, we aren't going to take anything, but yeah, that is really tricky. There's no position we can get into where we can bring out Rapidash freely. So we can... No. What is Fini at? Fini is at... It's at neutral and +1 special defense. I'm going to Charm here, and then I'm going to go for another Calm Mind with the idea that let's just try and neuter Celesteela as much as possible to the point where you're not going to be able to really deal with Glastrier. We are going to get another Calm Mind off, so now we are ahead of the special defense boost, but they are going to be ahead of the special attack boost. So that makes things a little bit tricky, as we are going to see their Moonblast connect into us. And that actually, they do get the special attack boost, which I think is going to make this really frustrating because now we're playing this weird game. Rapidash holds on, super clutch. That makes me really, really happy because now we can Mystical Fire, lower special attack. So I'm going to go for a Mystical Fire onto their Tapu Fini as I'm going to Calm Mind up with mine because I just need to try and get my Tapu Fini as high up as possible. We're not really expecting to do much damage. We're just going for the special attack drop as we continue to Calm Mind up. And then what I'm hoping for is with the burn, or not the burn, the Mystic Terrain gone, I can start going for things like Scald. We are going to, once again, see the battle continue. I really am hoping, though, that they go for a Rock Slide and miss, as we are going to see a miss on Tapu Fini. Unfortunately, not Rapidash. I think Rapidash really... Yeah, if we had gotten the miss there, I think we would have been in a really good position. We are going to see the Beast Boost to increase its attack, but at the same time, its attack is so low. But at this point, we can bring out Glastrier and start putting more pressure with Glastrier against them. I think even so low. I think they're gonna try and actually attack into Glastrier. So I want to actually protect Glastrier with the expectation that they're going to go for a Calm Mind. And I think if we can get up to +2, we can start doing some damage with Dazzling Gleam. I think it is a little bit tricky, though, because we don't have Moonblast. But we are going to see... Oh no, that was mine. I was like, oh, they're going for the Calm Mind. I keep forgetting that we're faster. So being faster is also really helpful because it means that we can crit them. We are going to see the Muddy Water. That is actually really scary because now they can go for accuracy drops, and then we can't really return that. So even though we took 6 damage, that is really scary. They are going to, yep, like I thought, try and target into us as we take... I mean, we're going to recover it all back with leftovers, but now it's like, okay, if I don't deal with your Tapu Fini, you are going to just be able to start like getting accuracy drops, and then it's going to be a huge game of chance. But I think the nice part is, the nice part of this is the fact that their Celesteela is not a threat towards Tapu Fini, and honestly, it might get to the point where it's struggling. So yeah, now it's going to be a game of crits. We are going to have them, retaliate with a Calm Mind. So if we have them miss this Rock Slide, if they miss this Rock Slide, I think we're in a really good position. They are unfortunately going to double connect. Glastrier, 45 down to 19. So we took 26. So we can't actually live another one, but we are going to hit Fini on the physical side to the point where they probably are going to protect. I'm gonna Icicle Crash here, and I'm gonna go for another Dazzling Gleam. I think we just have to keep putting pressure onto their Tapu Fini. We do see no Protect, which is smart. Because they're Berry. Okay, so this makes it really interesting. Because they have a Wiki Berry. They are gonna miss Tapu Fini, which is tricky because that should take... Yeah, I mean, that's going to take Glastrier out. And now at this point, it is Tapu Fini just taking on the world. Luckily, like I said, they're Celesteela. I'm shocked they're actually not swapping out Celesteela to try and get like a guaranteed fake out. But at this point, I have +5 special defense, +2 special attack. So I'm going to be doing more, but I am doing spread. So I could go for a Scald. I think Scald with the burn. So burning at this point is actually my best bet because of the fact that I can then start using Protect to stall them out, and the fact that they don't have reliable recovery is what's going to really help. So we do see, We do see another Calm Mind from them, and they are not getting recovery. As we do see the Ironhead. Ironhead's going to do probably a little bit more than I thought, but not enough where because I think 2 Protects will mitigate it. And now I actually expect Celesteela to switch out into Raichu, because I think they're going to expect... Okay, so still no switch out. We do get a little bit more chip, as they are going to keep Calm Minding. I think at this point, I also have to go back to Calm Minding and just dealing with the extra chip from Celesteela. They haven't revealed Protect yet, so that's nice. We are unfortunately taking more than I would like, but we do have protect if need be. So I'm gonna go for another Dazzling Gleam. I really got to get a crit at this point. I think if we crit their Feeny, we still probably lose to Raichu, just because of the fact that it has Volt Switch. But I don't know. Let's see. We can. Feeny is going to not get a crit. Come on, Feeny. They are going to Calm Mind, so they're going to get to +6, and they're really leaving themselves susceptible to a critical hit at this point, which unfortunately like is my only out. But given how many turns it's been, it is likely that one of us is going to get a crit. Sorry, just drinking a little bit of water. So going for a Dazzling Gleam, I need to crit their Feeny this turn. I need to crit their Feeny, not get crit by Celesteela. And then what happens? It's going to be Timer. We don't get the crit, so I think that should be game, because you're going to get a +6 into my +5, 79. That's going to be enough range for them to finish me off with Iron Head. So I think the big mistake I made was prioritizing Feeny over Glastrier, where I should have protected with Glastrier and swapped out from Feeny into Rapidash. And what that would have let me done is that would have let me heal up the Glastrier, and then I could have picked up a knockout that way. I could have picked up the knockout onto Feeny that way, and then I could have just continually recovered with it until I basically left it versus versus just the Raichu. But I don't think I really let my positioning do that, and I missed really the best chance that I had. But we're playing with horses, so that's obviously the best part, and nothing to do but keep pressing on and move to the next one. All right, battle number 2, and it is a Vanillix with a Milotic, a Landorus with Urshifu, Regieleki, and Gothitelle. Incin is tempting, but they do have Milotic. I like Regieleki as a lead. Regieleki I think is really strong, just because of the fact that it does have just so much pressure onto this team, and like the fact that I don't think they're going to expect physical Regieleki. The main fear though is going to be Landorus. Milotic is actually the biggest fear. Could run Glastrier. How fast is this Glastrier? 44. That's not that fast. I'm going to go Rapidash, because then I can just start lowering some stats if need be. I think Incin is a good option, and then let's go Glastrier. So, I don't know. Feeny, there is a really good argument for Feeny, and that really good argument is it definitely should have been brought this game. But yeah, I'm not super confident on Rapidash over Feeny. I think Feeny dealing with Landorus really well, and like dealing with Urshifu and just dealing with a lot of this team. Okay, so we are gonna see Goth and Landorus. So we can just start charming the Landorus. I think what do? We can... I say we max guard the Aleki and charm the Landorus. No, I don't think we need to max guard. I think we can just protect. There's no way that a -2 will take us out through a protect. So what I'm thinking is we can... Yeah, so they're going to max the Landorus because they expect that a max Quake into the Aleki will be really safe, and the fact that they... They can just not really worry about damage. So what I'm hoping to do is get the Landorus to -4. The fear, though, is Gothitelle having Helping Hand. which we might see. I don't know if we're going to see Helping Hand or if we're going to see Protect. We do see the ally switch. That's really scary. That's actually terrifying. Because now we just charmed into Gothitelle. And so now it's like, now I don't have... Yeah, that's actually really bad. They do correctly identify that Rapidash is the threat. And so now is the question of how do I play around this? Because what is... Yeah, it's Wild Charge. Do I call the ally switch? Yeah, this is... Gothitelle is so hard to play around. We are going to get a little bit of chip. I'm hoping that they do. I hope that they ally switch. We are... Nope, they're not going to ally switch. Which just... I mean, yeah, that's fair. We are going to see... I hope that they Max Quake into a Lecky. So this is actually not the worst situation, because we have burned through 2 turns of their max, and I think Glastrier can provide a lot of damage. We are going to see the taunt come out from Rapidash, which is frustrating, but I think Glastrier... I'm hoping Glastrier just has... Yeah, it can definitely live a hit from Landorus, and I think no matter what, going for a max Hailstorm... I have to go for a max Hailstorm into the spot and a Mystical Fire here. And so the thought process is, even if you ally switch, we knock out Gothitelle, and then we can heal Pulse back and start recovering that way, unless of course they knock out... I mean, you have to target Glastrier, right? You can't really let it live. So what I'm hoping is, if they ally switch, we get the knockout there, and then we can start going for a heal pulse. We also, as we have learned, so they do have Helping Hand, and I think at this point, yeah, we got super, super outplayed by this lead. Like, especially with the ally switch and the fact that they have, okay, so we take that better than I thought we would. We don't take it super great, but we do get the policy up. We are going to be able to knock out this Landorus, but we are still in an awkward position because of the fact that we, 1, are taunted on Rapidash, and 2, we're taunted on Rapidash is really the main thing. But I mean, like, Glastrier really does have the potential to snowball, and I think, so I need to learn to protect with my max, because if I had, I should have protected that turn, and then we would have been in a much stronger position, because now, we would have wasted their max, but we didn't. That's fine. We are gonna see what they want to bring in. This Gothitelle is such a pain. And I literally just used one and talked about how great it is, and I understand the irony, but I was using it then, and now I'm not, and you see the problem. So what are they going to bring in? And the question is, the question then becomes, how can we play around it? We are going to see Urshifu. So I like Hailstorm I like just double up into... ally switch. Okay, so they're gonna Helping Hand into Urshifu, and that close combat should probably seal the deal. And I think, this Gothitelle has just been... I don't even know how I would have been able to beat it. We do see close combat that is going to easily take out the horse. The horse, of course. And so now what? I expect if I bring out Incin, they are going to ally switch and have Urshifu attack into the Incin slot. So that's what I'm expecting. So what? We have to, I think we should go for a Flare Blitz into the Gothitelle slot. I mean, no, you just Helping Hand. Yeah, we have to Flare Blitz here, and we're still taunted. Oh no. Ugh. So we actually want to then, I think we have to Fake Out onto the Urshifu and then go for a Mystical Fire onto Gothitelle. So then what I'm hoping is if they go for a Helping Hand, we're going to see a withdraw, and I think that that's fine. We do see the Regieleki come out. Not really, I mean, it makes sense. We do manage to connect with a Fake Out. We do get the Mystical Fire off into this Gothitelle, and yeah, it's not really doing much, but I don't think this Gothitelle has an attacking move, as they do pick up the, what's it called? The taunt into my Urshifu. I mean, not my Urshifu, my Incineroar. But at this point, they can, safely go for... I still say we Flare Blitz into Regieleki and go for a Heal Pulse onto Incin. It's not really going to matter. I'm going to go for a Mystical Fire onto Gothitelle. They are going to correctly go for a Helping Hand, and I think you're just going to Electro Web. Electro Web double connects, does not pick up the KO on Incin, but I think as a result of Flare Blitz, we are going to be within berry range, and then Urshifu can just really easily come out and go for the close combat to finish the game, because it's a Helping Hand close combat to wrap things up. And I guess I could have played with Incin Glastrier. I think Incin Glastrier would have been my best lead, with the idea that even if they lead my Lodic, we do have a ton of pressure. We do have Fake Out and a ton of pressure, and we do have options in the back, whereas going for Regieleki, I was afraid of the wrong thing. But yeah, Flare Blitz, they just go for a Helping Hand, and close combat will finish it off. But that was super hard, and I think this Gothitelle just, it really put in work, and I got really outplayed in my lead, and I mean that's why Gothitelle is so scary. And I think if this Aleki had Volt Switch, that would have been one thing, because I could have pivoted out and brought in Incineroar safely, but I just didn't have a good position for that. And yeah, I should have dropped Glastrier for Feeny. I think if I had Feeny in the back over Glastrier, over Rapidash, it would have been in a much better position, because Rapidash just didn't do anything, and it was so passive, and having that immediate pressure of Tapu Fini against whatever my opponent wanted to bring would have really helped. But that's fine. We do have 3 horses, so obviously we're gonna have 3 battles in this video, and yeah, let's just play one more, and I'll see all of you in the next one. All right, last battle of the day, and I actually really like this team. Is this the one that James Beck just used? I think it might be. It is Comfy with Galarian Moltres, Stakataka, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Wishy Washy. I actually really like Glastrier. I think Glastrier overall is a very solid option. My opponent doesn't really have a good way of dealing with it. So we honestly could do Glastrier Rapidash with the idea of just putting on a ton of pressure that way. Because they don't... What is my opponent's counter to that? Because Moltres, yeah, we can just go for a Mystical Fire and then knock it out that way. We can knock out Comfy to stop any sort of them setting up that way. Stakataka is the real fear, but I think after Charm, we should be in a really good position. Let's bring Tapu Fini and probably a Lecky. right? I like Tapu Fini for Moltres and Stack and what's it called? Incineroar, and I think Regieleki is really good for really just Wishy-Washy and Moltres. Yeah, I'm gonna go with these four. I feel like I don't really know this team as well as I should, and a lot of the time I will literally download the rental code and then play these games. So I think it's worth. I think for this team, I'm definitely gonna to like take some time before the next episode to play a bunch with it, probably on Showdown. Okay, so we are gonna see Wishy-Washy with Comfy. I mean, yeah, so Wishy-Washy with Comfy. I know that Wishy-Washy is physical, and so I really like the idea of going for Charm and just going for Steel Spike, right? We can just actually Heavy Slam. You're not gonna max Comfy, so I like that, and I like Charm on the Wishy-Washy because Charm always goes first, right? Yeah, so we can pretty much just like get Wishy-Washy at -4, and even if you go for the weakness policy with Giga Drain, we're just going to kind of lower that Wishy-Washy's damage output significantly. And I think that is really going to be helpful in the late game because we can just like really pivot around Wishy-Washy well. And once it is like -4, if we can waste our opponent's Dynamax by just like continually charming their max, that's great. So we are going to see a switch. We are going to see a switch into Rillaboom. I think that is actually a really good call on my opponent's part because now they are going to provide some passive recovery and have fake out pressure. As we are going to see the Wishy-Washy immediately max. So I kind of regret not maxing Glastrier right away. I think having the Steel Spike would have really come in handy. Unless this Wishy-Washy is special. No, it is physical, right? I hope it's physical. I would be in like real trouble if it's not. Let's just see how much Heavy Slam does into Rillaboom. It does a decent chunk. We are gonna see Max Geyser, James Beck into the Rapidash. Whoa, is that a crit? Okay, so they are going to get the knockout as we what is this Wishy-Washy? This Wishy-Washy is special. Okay, so that's bad. I'm going to bring out Fini. Okay, so the Wishy-Washy is special, but the Wishy-Washy does not have its weakness policy triggered. Unless I don't think you want to go for a Rillaboom into it. So I'm going to go for a Hailstorm and a Protect. Because we do have something that deals with the support options. So I probably expect Rillaboom to go for a Wood Hammer or probably a Grassy Glider or Fake Out into this Tapu Fini. And so what I'm hoping to do is if we can pick up the knockout that way, Wishy-Washy, it doesn't have the best coverage into Glastrier. So that's actually really beneficial for us. We are going to see the Rillaboom go for a Protect, but I'm hoping, like, given how much Heavy Slam did, this Max Hailstorm with Hail will pick up the knockout because it's at a little over half. We do... it does unfortunately live. That is going to change the weather to hail, and I think they made a very smart read because we are not going to be able to take a hit from them the subsequent turn. What do we do here? I think we at this point Quake into the Wishy-Washy. We know they have Comfy. They might have Stack in the back. So I'm going to sacrifice Regieleki. I think this is a questionable switch for sure. It's 100% a questionable switch because I did not hit into the Rillaboom. So the Rillaboom... Okay, so the Rillaboom's going to switch out. So this is actually... This is really good. We are going to see Comfey come out. And so now we are going to get a special defense boost onto Wishy-Washy, which is nice. Comfey does have the Focus Sash, which also makes things really tricky. But I think going for healing onto it is the most important. They are going to do a little bit more damage into Glastrier. What? Are you going to Giga Drain? I want to still... No, because I can't... I'm going to Steel Spike into... Do I want to double up into Comfey? And... What is Extreme Speed's priority? Because if Extreme Speed has +3, I think we're in a really good position. Extreme Speed priority. Priority of +1? No. What is... We are going to, bring it down to its Focus Sash? We are, yep, it is going to get up the Trick Room, Helping Hand, Quick Guard, so it is +3. Oh, why is Extreme Speed a lower priority? I want to I'm going to still Heavy Slam into Comfey, and I'm going to Wild Charge Wishy-Washy. We are getting grassy terrain recovery, so that's always really nice. I think, yeah, they do make the smart choice to try and just recover some HP in the event that I do have a Focus Sash. We do see the Wishy-Washy go for the Muddy Water. Regieleki... What? Regieleki gets knocked out? That's really scary. We are, unfortunately, going to have our Regieleki go down. We do get the Chilling Neigh boost, but what? You bring out Rillaboom at this point, and then... Nope, you are knocked out. Yeah, I wish I had known that this Wishy-Washy was special. Okay, so it is Stakataka, which is arguably worse than... Okay, so I think we have to protect Glastrier, and we have to Scald into Stakataka. I think I should be able to live a hit from both, right? What, you probably Rock Slide with Stack to try and get... Yeah, we are going to see the Rock Slide because you do want the flinch, and hopefully, I need to not get flinched. Tapu Fini takes that really well. We are going to see a Mud Shot into the Glastrier, so I need to... Oh, God, that was a perfect flinch for them. Yeah, because now the rain is gone, but at the same time we do get... So I think we need a double protect, and I need the Scald onto this Stakataka. We do get the double, which is nice. We need to just not flinch. We are going to see the Rock Slide. Hopefully Fini does not get the flinch this time. Fini, yeah, because what? Are we going to see, yep, a Mud Shot once again into Glastrier. Fini doesn't get burned. We are not flint. We are going to get the hit off. We don't get the burn, unfortunately. But Mud Shot doesn't have 100% accuracy. And there is one turn of Trick Room left. So what we can do is we can try and horsepower the Wishy-Washy and protect with Tapu Fini. And then what we can do is we can go for a Scald into Stakataka. And then I think 1v1 Wishy-Washy versus Tapu Fini. Tapu Fini should come out on top. Right? Because we can continuously recover and go for a Calm Mind. while they don't really have that option. The fear obviously is Stack Attacker. Stack Attacker does have Protect. So no, I mean, I feel like you have to go for it. So I want to just go for Scald into stack. Even if you do Protect, Wishy-Washy cannot. Okay, so we are going to pick up the knockout onto their stack, as we do see what we're probably going to see a Mudshot from Wishy-Washy. What Mudshot is going to do 121 down to 93, as we do get it's a speed drop. Okay, so that's scary, but we should hopefully be faster. And what what, you have Rillaboom left? I totally forgot about Rillaboom in the back. Okay, so our game plan is we are going to protect 5 turns in a row until Grassy Terrain is gone. And then, even though we're slower, we are still going to try and pick up the knockout that way. Right? We're going to hope that at full HP, we can live a Grassy Seed, which we're not. And then we have to KO with Moonblast, which we're not. Oh, God, that Rillaboom in the back. I think, yeah, assuming Wishy-Washy was physical really cost me. Because I think if it was special, we would have been in a much better position. And, like, these protects are not going to matter anyway because of the fact that Rillaboom is recovering. I mean, they are going for Woodhammer, but it doesn't really matter. They're taking essentially the safest option. Because they are Grassy Seed. But, I mean, my out is 5 protects, live a Woodhammer, KO the Rillaboom with some kind of hit, and then have enough HP after that I can 1v1 the Wishy-Washy. So we're just going to keep hitting this button because I forgot about that. We're going to lose it here. We are going to take the Woodhammer and unfortunately go down. But yeah, thinking it was physical, I think I was watching like a different video of a different gimmick team where they used physical, some other slow water type. I think it was Aaron Zhang's video where he's using Araquanid, which is physical, and I thought it was this for some reason. Yeah, this was rough for sure. Not a good day for the horses. But yeah, I'll play some games with it. I think I'm just not comfortable with the team because it is very different from what I'm normally used to, and I'm hoping that after spending like a good amount of time with it on Showdown, that'll really teach me how it works, and tomorrow we can do much better than we did today. But yeah, I hope all of you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Until then, I hope all of you are wonderful, and yeah, I'll see you then.